How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and Auto Camp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
Do you guys see each other still?
Well, I wish we wouldn't, but unfortunately, I'm married to her mother.
We wish we wouldn't. Oh, my goodness.
This is the plaintiff, Jules Batiste. He says the defendant, his stepdaughter, borrowed money from him for her wedding in 2009, and she still hasn't paid him back. He also loaned her money for car repairs, parking tickets, and the time has come for her to pay up in full. So he's suing his ungrateful stepdaughter for $780, the amount he's still owed. This is the defendant, Tracy Turner. She says she has no idea why the plaintiff has gone this route by suing her. Dads buy their kids things all the time, and she always had a good relationship with him. The guy tends to have mood swings. Sometimes he's really nice, and sometimes he turns. And well, he must be going through one of his dark spells by dragging her to court today. She's accused of letting a step-pop down.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Mr. Batiste, you are suing your stepdaughter, Ms. Turner, for $780 in unpaid loans that, according to you, she owes you and refuses to pay. Tell me what's going on.
Yes, Your Honor. Tracy came to me in 2009, 1 week before her wedding, and asked me could she borrow $800 from me. I said yes. She said, I'm going to pay you at the end of the reception, which was the next day. I went into the bedroom where Tracy and her future husband was, and at that time they counted whatever money that they were going to get for gifts and things. They came up with about between $1,000 and $1,200. They were on their way for the honeymoon. I didn't want to be a killjoy. So I said...
They hadn't paid for the honeymoon already?
They had not paid for
They needed that money for the honeymoon?
They had honeymoon as well.
Kind of flying by night, aren't you? Okay, go ahead.
So I said to her, okay, Tracy, you can pay me a little bit later. She went on her honeymoon, came back. After that, Tracy's battery in her car didn't work, so I loaned her an additional $130 for the battery. Then she needed her car smog because in California you have to have a smog.
Smog inspection.
So I loaned her the remaining money, which came to $1,080 that Tracy owed me.
When did you loan the battery and the smog money?
I loaned her that money in 2010.
So that's a year after the wedding.
Right. But
okay.
I never had a problem with Tracy. In 2010, July of 2010, I went on a family reunion to New Orleans. So she paid me $500 of that money. After that, she owed me the balance of the $1,080, which came to $580 balance. After that, I loaned her the car.
When did you loan her your car?
In 2011.
Oh, my Lord. What are we going to take out every single year back since 2000? How long have you been her stepdad?
I've been married to her mother for 15 years.
Okay, so how old are you?
I turned 40 Saturday.
Okay, so she was a grown woman by the time you got involved.
Yes.
All right, so now, happy birthday.
Thank you.
So now, when do you loan her your car? Because your last item in your lawsuit are parking tickets. When did you loan her your car?
Well, I loaned Tracy my
2011?
car. 2011? 2011. I loaned her
You loaned her your car.
I had a
and she
vintage
returned the favor by promptly getting $200 of parking tickets?
Well, they got what they call street sweeping. On one side, you got to move your car to the other side.
Yeah, you
so
gotta wake up
Tracy got 2 parking tickets that was $58. Tracy didn't do anything about it.
What'd she say to you?
She said, I'll take care of it. She never did.
And did you take the car back?
I took the car back. I put the car in my driveway.
Okay, so do you guys see each other still?
Well, I wish we wouldn't, but unfortunately, I'm married to her mother.
We wish we wouldn't? Oh, my goodness.
Unfortunately.
Because you're that mad?
I never thought in my life, Your Honor, that I'd ever have to go that way with my stepdaughter. She was always a model child when I married her mother, okay?
She wasn't a child, then.
She was a grown woman, but she was always a model young lady.
Yeah.
She borrowed money from me from time to time down through the years.
Right, but never paid it. So what was the last straw that broke the camel's back that made you come to court then?
Well, Tracy went and got money from her 401k.
401k.
Okay, right. So Tracy got approximately $13,000.
Okay, so I knew there was something missing in this story, and so you're angry because up to now you thought that she couldn't afford it, and now you know she can and still won't do it.
Your Honor,
what's going on? Sounds like he was there for you at every turn that you needed him to be.
First of all, it was the honeymoon. Somewhere he's getting it mixed up.
Did you ask him for $800 for the wedding?
No. We had just had the wedding. We were having breakfast that morning. We weren't going on a honeymoon because we had spent all this money on this wedding, and I was just happy the wedding was over. And he said, no, you guys need to go on a honeymoon, to me and Danny, which is somebody who he raised as a child. And that's how we got introduced through Jules, my stepfather. And so we took the money and went on a honeymoon. We were
Wait. Was the money a gift or was the money a loan?
It was a loan to go on a honeymoon
the
day after the wedding. We didn't just...
But who asked him for it?
We didn't ask. He just said, here, you guys need to go on a honeymoon. Everybody needs to go on a honeymoon. I didn't care about a honeymoon. I was happy we paid for the wedding. Everybody got to eat. It was done. I was stressed.
The basics were covered.
So,
all right, go ahead.
So we wasn't going on a honeymoon. We was going to go home and be happy in that house for the weekend. So we took the money and we went on our honeymoon.
Where'd you go?
To Laughlin, and that's a whole nother story. I can't even get into it.
No,
it was
I don't
a rough honeymoon.
All right. What'd you say?
It was a rough honeymoon.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So are you happy now?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if your stepdaughter disrespected you and wouldn't pay you back for the honeymoon and tickets and whatnot, would you sue your stepdaughter?
No, I wouldn't.
Why?
Well, because life's all about giving and not taking. So
yeah, but it's a loan. If it's a loan, would you do it?
No.
You wouldn't sue?
No.
Would you sue?
I would definitely sue. It's a loan. You know, you did something nice for her. She disrespected you. She should pay you back. And if she doesn't, that's what court's for.
There you go. Pretty strong going inside the courtroom.
But, yeah, it was 88 days of...
But that was 88 days 4 years ago.
Yes.
So why are you still... married?
Because I was having a rough time.
I haven't gotten around to it.
I couldn't
and he hasn't gotten around to it?
Yes.
You are very lax on the timetables. Did you get $200 of parking tickets?
I did, and
why haven't you paid that?
Because it's so hard. It's no excuse, but I'm a single mother, 2 boys, and it's seems so hard to pay the rent and pay the be responsible, pay the utilities, and pay all this with gas in the car, food in the refrigerator.
Wait, hold on, don't interrupt. I got somebody being honest for once. Go on.
I know, it's so rough, and so he hasn't asked me lately. I was off
That's
for 5
months. That's why you haven't paid him?
No,
he hasn't asked you lately?
I mean, I forgot.
He's not hot me enough. That's why I didn't pay, Judge.
And like I said, I was struggling just for 5 months out of these 4 years. And I just went back to work February 6th. So, and then I got my own place. And so I'm just still trying to juggle.
If you got your own place, then you can pay the guy the little bit of money you owe him.
I would have.
Did you also get a settlement?
It wasn't settlement. It was a 401k. How does he think I got my place?
Okay, but if you can dip into your 401k for you, why can't you dip into your 401k for him?
But I didn't know I had one.
Yeah, but once you knew, you didn't know you had a 401k?
No.
Oh man, you're worse than I thought you were.
I didn't know I was paying into it.
You didn't know that you had a pension. You didn't know.
We didn't. because my job, they just started that. I didn't know I've been paying on it it was only $3,000.
Okay, but you knew you had money when you borrowed the money to get yourself a place. So why couldn't you just say, stepdad, I'm so sorry that I have it here. Here's a good faith effort, $50 a week, and keep the peace with your mother. Has your mother been on you about this too?
No, my mother's just in the middle, so I don't want to cause any complications. Do you have an affidavit from her mother?
Yes, I do.
May I see it? Do you have an affidavit from your mother?
I didn't ask her because why? Can you imagine a mother being torn between two people?
No, because right is right. I wouldn't feel torn. I would just say what I thought, and that was it. And I wouldn't expect either one of you.
I don't even want her to be a part of anything.
I bet you don't.
I didn't ask her.
Hold on. Let's see what she says. My daughter, Tracy Turner Williams, did borrow from my husband, Jules Baptiste, the sum of $800 in the year 2009. To my knowledge, Tracy has only paid him back $500 of that money. Also, while she was using his car, she got some parking tickets that she'd not pay. As a result of that, the state withheld $200 from his income tax for those parking tickets. Right. Did you know that she had written a letter?
Yeah, okay. I know. It was okay.
Now, tell me about the battery and the smog inspection.
Okay, well, fathers, I call him dad. I called him dad. I don't know now when I come in the house, he don't want to see me, so I limit my time. I'm not going to let him separate me from going to see my mother, but I try not to irritate him either, So
I got a very good way to not irritate him.
So, I try to go when he's at work.
I have the secret recipe to not irritating him. Not forcing him to come here for this case.
I had some stuff going on in my life that I had to take care of.
Yeah,
but
really but you understand that is out the window once you got your own place.
But I just got it.
Yeah, but you've owned this since 2009. I'm in 2013 now.
And it's been a rough year since then.
You know what? A person could pay $10 a week.
I could.
You could budget that in.
I just forgot.
You just choose not to. In fact, I got to wait for you to save $200. Wake your lazy behind up and move the car to the other side of the street.
The battery was out. I think I was trying. It was so many. I had so much going on.
Don't park it there.
It's just excuses.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I never said anything.
Do me a favor. Make some peace in your house and pay the man the $780.
But I don't owe him $700. I paid $400. That $800, I paid $400. Danny was supposed to pay the other $400. He gave it to both of us, not just to me.
He says he loaned it just to you and that you asked for it.
I didn't ask for it.
And your mother, wait, the mother who birthed you, who you have a good relationship with, and you, according to you, she's your best friend, also says that he loaned you, not you and Danny, that money.
Danny,
so if you feel like Danny has to pony up, I'd sue Danny. You can go sue Danny for that $400.
But he gave it
Maybe
to both
you could tell her where Danny is since you raised him.
Judge, I'm telling you.
Just pay the man $780 verdict for the plaintiff.
I didn't do it.
So first out, the defendant here, pay the man. You heard the judge. What's your reaction to this outcome?
Well, the judge gave her verdict, and I have to live with it.
Yeah. Explain what it's like, what it feels like to be sued in court right there by your stepdad.
It's not nice. It's not a nice thing, but it's okay. It is. It's life, and it's all right.
You heard him say, he even said he wishes he didn't have to see you. Did you hear him say that?
He said if he didn't win, I'm not even going to go there.
Did you hear that?
I heard it, and it hurts my feelings, but I'm grown, and I'll get over it.
All right. You don't want a normal relationship with your stepdad?
I don't have a problem with having a relationship with him, but if he doesn't want one with me, then it's okay. Right. That's his loss.
All right. You head around the corner. All right, so come on in here. You got your money. How tough is this for you to have to sue your stepdaughter like this?
Well, it's really, really tough. I never thought I'd have to go that way with my stepdaughter. She stood up there and just lied, and that's not right. And she lived with me over 10 years.
Has she changed, or what happened?
It's changed. Running with losers.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
All right. Over to Harvey.
The best policy with relatives is simply be surprised if you get paid back. But if you expect to get paid back, you really need to think about down the line what happens if you don't. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This school year, let the Walmart app ace your kid's favorite subject, snack time. With Nature Valley Crunchy Granola and Danimals smoothies they'll actually wake up for. Craft Lunchables for a truly refined cafeteria palate, or Gatorade for when they take Capture the Flag a bit too seriously. Get all their on-the-go cravings delivered right to your door, just in time for that opening bell. New school year, all the snacks. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Got some good news for your ears. More of that good stuff is coming up. And even better news for your hair. The best hair care is at Sephora. They've got all kinds of products for every kind of hair. from brands like Amica, Kerastase, Day, and K18. You knew where to get great audio. Now, you know where to get great hair care too. Sephora, good news for great hair. Shop hair care now at Sephora.com.
This is the plaintiff, Harry Noreen. He says the defendants were tenants of his, and they never paid their rent on time, and he was forced to evict them. When they left, they put a combination lock on the inside of the door and then jumped out of the window, essentially locking him out of his own apartment. They also left a bunch of junk behind, and he's out $5,000 because of all their shenanigans. These are the defendants, Antonio Farina and Kima Clark. Antonio says the plaintiff's nothing but a big fat liar. The apartment he rented from him was a fire trap. In fact, their daughter burned her foot when one of the outlets exploded. When they complained to the plaintiff, the hothead called them a bad word and then evicted them. Oh, that guy money? No way, man. They're accused of locking out a landlord.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendants were his tenants and they were a disaster. He evicted them, but not before they trashed the place. But the defendants say the place was a fire trap, an exploding outlet burned their daughter. It's the case of you burned me up.
Harry Noreen,
Yes.
you are suing Antonio Farina and Kima Clark for $5,000 that you say they owe you in rent and damages when they left your apartment. Tell me what's going on.
In 2010, I rented the apartment to the defendant, and ever since, they have difficulty paying the rent. They always pay partial, and I allow it, sometimes 2 times, 3 times. I make a note, and I give them a receipt at the end of the month. And he continued like that for a while, till the following year, around March, April, when he lost his job, and he started getting behind.
And that was when, in March of 2011 or 2012?
2011.
2011,
Yeah.
okay.
I get a good feeling it will not work out.
Okay.
So I evict them for non-payment of the rent in August 2009.
In August,
2000.
in August is when you filed, or in August is when you...
When I filed.
Oh, you filed in August, okay. And then?
Then we went to housing court, and we signed a stipulated agreement, and they were supposed to leave on the 21st of September 2011. They did not. They were supposed to leave the apartment broom clean. They did not. They're supposed to return the key.
Do you have that stipulation?
Yes.
May I see it?
Just this?
Yes, okay. For now.
Okay.
Do you have an original?
No.
Okay.
The court keep the original, and I get a copy, and the defendant have a copy.
Do you have a copy of the stipulation?
No, we do not.
You should always keep papers like that. All right, so did the final agreement include rent?
No, I will have to take him to a small claim court to get my back rent. This is just, the court is ordering him to leave, and that's the agreement. He's supposed to leave on the 21st of September.
Did they leave?
No, they did not.
How did they finally leave then?
Well, I had to go back to the court and get a summary eviction to go to the marshal.
Okay.
The judge signed off on that.
May I see that? Okay, and then what happened?
The next step, if I want the marshal to throw them out physically, I have to pay the state marshal $800.
Right.
Money that I don't have, so I decided to wait it out a little, see if they could move by themselves.
You waited it out until when?
Till around the first week in October.
Okay.
Then my second floor tenant told me other people is still living there. So I decided to create a ruse. I put a notice on the
You did? Good one.
Said the state marshal will come the following day.
You created a state marshal notice? That's what they were waiting for, so that's a good move.
No, I write a small note. So the marshal will be here the next day.
I wonder if that violates anything. I'm not sure that it does. So you put it on the thing, and that worked.
It worked.
All right. So finally, the place is unoccupied by them and all their relatives in October, according to. I'll hear your side in a moment. According to you, it's finally unoccupied in October.
It was occupied up to.
Okay. So you're suing for rent for August, September, in October that you say they didn't pay.
Right.
And then when you did get in there in October, according to you, there were damages. Tell me what those are.
Well, normally tenant, when they leave, what they want, they take. What they don't want, they leave there.
Well, not necessarily, but show me pictures of what so they left a lot of junk behind, you're saying? And what about the keys you're suing for?
Well, they never, as a matter of fact, they changed the lock. They never returned the key. So my locksmith had to cut the lock to get into the apartment.
Okay. And then what is the $2,265 in punitive damages?
Well, Your Honor, they didn't abide by the court order.
So what? How does that make a claim triple its size or double its size? You can't just do that. You can't just mushroom your claim into double because you're angry. What is that I'm looking at?
That's the floor of the kitchen. Just a part of it.
Oh, a tile? So these are 12 by 12?
Yes.
Okay, there's an outlet for...
Just a small part.
Yeah. Okay, talk to me. What's going on?
How are you, Your Honor? Would you like to? First of all, I would just like to say that we didn't move out in October. We moved out between the 10th and 14th of September. We moved out.
Can you prove that?
I forgot the paperwork at my job, so I apologize.
That's a problem for you because I'm seeing that on the 21st, I'm sorry, on the 22nd, he went to court, which takes time and effort and trouble and money to get an additional order from the judge to get you out. Landlords don't do that if the place is empty.
No,
so did you leave other people behind who have been living with you?
No, we did.
Right.
We had just our kids.
So it makes it kind of hard to believe that you really were out and that he'd go through that effort.
Go ahead.
What happened? What went wrong?
Yes, like you said, my husband was in between jobs.
Okay.
He was working with us with the rent and everything like that.
Right.
On September 5th, there was a previous issue with the electricity. He eventually had his own electrician come up and look. He said the place needed some rewiring, that he would get back to Harry with some numbers and they'll go from there.
That was when?
April or May.
Okay.
The electrician never came back. On September 5th, my son was sitting on the couch. His computer was plugged in, and my daughter was sitting on the arm of the couch looking at him. What happened, I don't know. All I know is that something happened in the wall with the electricity, that the outlet ignited, caught fire, whatever have you. My daughter ended up getting a 2nd and 3rd degree burn on her toe.
Oh, goodness. How old is she?
She was, she just turned 4 at the time.
Poor thing.
Anyways,
but I'm not understanding. She was that close to the outlet and the outlet went on fire?
Because the sofa was like right here. The outlet is right there next to the wall.
So she's that close to the outlet?
She was sitting on the arm of the sofa looking at my son play video games on the computer.
Okay.
To make a long story short.
You took her to the hospital?
Yes.
Did they treat the burn?
She was treated.
Is she doing okay?
Yes.
Okay.
She's okay now. When the ambulance came, they have police and the fire department comes as first response. The fire marshal checked the outlet, the wall outlet. He did whatever he needed to do in the apartment.
Do you have the fire marshal's report?
No. Everything we had.
Did you bring anything?
Everything we had, we submitted to our attorneys in a lawsuit.
Great. So tell your attorney you're going to court, and you need your paperwork. All right,
that
go
went
on.
Against him. Anyway,
what do you mean your attorney against him?
We had a lawsuit against him
for the burns?
The negligence towards my daughter.
What happened with that lawsuit?
We won the lawsuit.
Okay. When did you file the lawsuit?
Because the fire marshal.
I'm sorry. When did it happen again? In September?
September 5th. It happened.
Okay. How did you win the case? Because that's too fast. Cases don't go to trial that fast.
Right.
Did he settle?
I guess his insurance company settled.
Settled, okay.
Right.
And they settled for what?
$4,200.
Okay.
My attorney, I guess, was going for $5,000.
Okay.
We settled for $4,200 instead of going.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, okay, and that all happened between September and what?
March of this year.
Okay, so is your implication that he's just suing you for rent now because you won that case against his insurance company?
That's my implication. Going back to when it happened, when he said we were still in the apartment, the fire marshal himself, his name is Fire Marshal Pina, is his last name.
What's his name?
Fire Marshal Pina. That's his last
Pina.
name. Pina.
Pena.
I'm sorry. I just know how I pronounced it.
You wouldn't believe what the rest of us heard. Go ahead.
He shut off the power and red tagged our breaker box. whatever that is. And he said that the electricity could not be turned back on in that apartment until he rewired that place.
Did you rewire the place?
That's everything what she says is incorrect.
Did the fire marshal order you to rewire the place?
No.
Okay, can you prove what you're saying? I'm with you. I'm behind you all the way.
Okay.
Hand me the proof. I mean, but this isn't hard,
understand.
folks.
I understand.
If you don't have the documents, you call your lawyer, you tell your lawyer, I have to be in court, I need the documents. You call the city and you say, can you fax me the document? You go to the city and you say, I have to be in court tomorrow, give me the document. Because otherwise, I can't just accept that you say that when he denies it. You have to prove it.
No.
Okay, but clearly, I mean, they're not making up about your insurance company settling, finding you to be negligent in maintaining the place, right?
No.
All right, so that happened. All right, now, let me just ask you this. You claim you were out in September, but you agree you didn't pay August or September rent.
No, we did not.
Okay, so you are agreeing that you owe 2 months' rent.
Well, we agree we owe about a month's rent.
Why a month?
Because we paid him some of August.
What did you pay in August?
It wasn't much. I think we paid like probably half. We were paying.
No, you have to prove what you paid because he's denying you paid August. Do you deny they paid August, or do you agree that they?
He's denying we paid. Your Honor, if they pay maybe $100.
How do you guys not know what they paid you, or if you paid him, and how much you paid? How do you people live like this?
At the time, actually, we don't. At the time when it all happened,
no,
we
I don't. Wait. But let me just be clear. By like this, I do not mean struggling out of work. Or like a lot of Americans are. What I mean is not knowing what the heck is going on in your life. You need to still know I paid you $100. Here's my receipt. Because it doesn't cost money to get a receipt. You grab your child's crayon and the toilet paper from your bathroom and you write a receipt for the $100 and then you know how much you paid. And you should know as a businessman, because you've got to claim it in your taxes, right? You do pay taxes on your rent, right? As a landlord. Okay, so you should know how much you're collecting from them. If they paid $100. I don't know. And you, I don't know. We paid something. What we paid? What we paid? Asking your partner what you paid. I mean, it's crazy.
No, I understand.
You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, every
it's
lesson
free
is
to get a receipt. You never pay cash without a receipt. Did you pay with a check or cash?
No, we always paid cash.
But you don't know how much you paid. Okay.
If I might just add, when he pay partial payment, I will make a note of it.
Where is your notes? Where are your notes?
I didn't bring the...
Now why would we need the notes? Notes, schmotes. Why do we need notes? We're in court. Why does anybody think they need any evidence?
So these defendants say they paid cash. They have no receipt. Are they out of luck?
They are out of luck. They should always have a receipt or have someone prove it as of being a witness. But they should.
If you don't have a receipt, what do you do? I mean, what are the other ways of protecting yourself?
You can't. It's your responsibility to get a receipt.
Okay, but what are the other ways of protecting yourself just to make sure that you have some proof? Pretty simple.
You use a check.
There you go.
Credit card.
Credit card. Okay, ding, ding, ding. Going inside the courtroom.
Did you return the keys?
Yes, we did.
How'd you return the keys?
We were instructed to leave the keys on the counter, on the kitchen counter.
Do you have a picture of did you take pictures of how you left the place? Because I'm looking at pictures where it's kind of messy and dirty and filthy, and there's a lot of junk. Did you leave that stuff behind?
Okay, and from what I'm looking for, one of them I seen of a floor. We didn't even have that floor in our apartment.
Okay, I'm gonna show you these pictures, and just tell me if you left the stuff that's in the pictures behind.
Okay, but it's not even the same house we lived in.
This is not my apartment.
That is not.
This is not the apartment we lived in.
How many apartments do you own?
Look at that floor right there.
I own 2 buildings, 3 units each.
No,
3 units, so you own 6 units.
That is not.
This is not the apartment we lived in. Not at all.
We did not
that
live in that
floor,
apartment.
we did not have.
That's their apartment.
Your Honor, the floor.
What apartment is it?
The 3rd floor, 269 Street.
Say it again.
269 Street.
Was that where you lived?
271 Street.
269-271 Street.
Okay. Were you on the 3rd floor of the building?
Yes, we were.
Okay. That's the, so he did give the right address, right?
Oh,
I guess. Okay.
Did you know your insurance company settled with them for the...
Yes, I have the release here, Your Honor. But this has nothing to do with retaliation.
All right, so then you got their address that way and then filed this lawsuit against them.
Exactly.
All right, and what did you pay to remove, why is it $500 to remove the junk?
I do it myself. I just...
So why didn't you pick $1 million?
I do minor repair. I never mentioned it.
And you absolutely cannot prove the day you moved?
No.
Okay, let me just give you some advice if you're going to continue to be renters. What you want to do is you want to take video of how you leave a place, okay? And you want to be able to prove the day that you left a place. And some people do that by holding up the newspaper. Some people do that by having witnesses to them. Some people do that by keeping their receipts for the U-Haul that they rented. There's lots of different ways to do it. Okay, or they film the newscast that's going on right now, or the date on their computer, something. So keep that in mind for the next time if you leave a place clean. If you leave a place like this, there may be an issue. I got to tell you, when I'm trying to decide who to believe, I've got to go on the little things when no one brings me absolute proof. And it's not a little thing, it's actually a pretty big thing, that after September 21st, that he goes to court 2 days later and goes through all of the time, waste of time and everything else to court to get you out and get another order from the judge, because if you had been out, there's no reason to waste your time like that, and money and efforts. Therefore, I find in favor of the defendant in the amount of the rent for August, September, and October. The rent was $700, right? Do you have a security deposit with him? Mm-hmm. How much was the security deposit?
$700.
Is that accurate? Or they used it? Did you use it on a prior month to live? Like, was there another month you owed money? No. What's your version on that?
Well, they use it as rent.
For what month?
I can't remember, Your Honor.
No, I need you to prove it to me.
I can't prove that.
Okay. Is it me?
Not even close.
You have to be able to prove to me, otherwise I have to credit them the $700 of their security deposit. You can't prove to me when they used it for rent?
I can't remember which.
Can I just ask you a question? When it's time for you to do your taxes, you don't record what you got and what you didn't get?
When they pay like cash, so I will make a note each time they pay 2 or 3.
So show me your notes.
I didn't bring it.
Because you plan on telling the IRS that you didn't get any money? Like, how does this work?
At the end of the month, when they pay the full amount, I give them a receipt. Then I go into my ledger.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Okay? And if I tell them, well, you don't have proof you moved out early, then you can't prove that. You don't have proof that they lived out their 700.
I agree.
Gotcha. Okie dokie. I find in favor of the plaintiff reducing the amount of the security deposit and adding in the amount of the keys, because I think that the circumstances under which you left do not really indicate broom clean condition and keys on a counter, to be perfectly frank. I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. That's my judgment.
So the plaintiff has won the case. Not everything he sued for, the defendant right here. What's your reaction to him getting away with that money?
He's just a liar. There's nothing else I could say about it. That's all I have to say.
Nobody has any evidence to prove anything here.
No, absolutely, we should have. Now we know now. Next time we'll be more responsible about it.
Okay. All right. All right. Head right down.
That's right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Head right down there. Sir, come on in here. You sued for a lot more than you got, but you got something out of this. Are you satisfied?
I'm satisfied, with the limited evidence and, it is
limited evidence, and now almost no evidence, few photos, and they say that's even of another apartment.
Well, that's what they'll say. They have to come up with a defense.
What about that outlet catching fire?
Oh, well, I take care of that.
Yeah, but that could have, what could have happened with a child right there? Could have been a lot worse.
It could have been, but, I didn't control it. It's in the wall, It's an accident.
All right.
My insurance take care.
All right, what do you got, Hurry?
Okay, let me just say, if you're just kind of sitting back passively and watching this, you're crazy. Always have proof of what you paid. I'm telling you, you will go down a bad road if you don't. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
The McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You broke the internet for a snack. Snack wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
These are the plaintiffs, Andrea and Michael Kowalski. Andrea says her son Michael purchased a Nintendo 64 gaming system from the defendant, and the louse took advantage of him because the thing doesn't work. Her son doesn't deserve to be ripped off by this unscrupulous defendant, and that's why they're suing him here and now in this court for the $140 they owe. This is the defendant, Patrick Antipin. He says he tested the machine before the plaintiffs purchased it, and everything was in good working order. Next thing he knows, he gets a message from the kid saying he was going to report him to the cops and to the FBI because the Nintendo didn't work on his TV. All he knows is when it left his place, it worked. And if the kid dropped it or abused it or something, how's that his fault? He's accused of gaming a kid.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff bought a Nintendo 64 gaming system from the defendant, and it doesn't work. But the defendant says it was fine when he sold it. It's the case of Super Marilyn's sister.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Andrea and Michael Kowalski.
Yes.
Who is Michael? Your son?
Yes.
You are suing Patrick Antipin?
Yes.
Okay, for $140, $40 for the actual transaction of a Nintendo purchase, and $100 for your time and trouble to have to sue him. What is going on?
On May 1st, my son found a Nintendo 64 on Craigslist.
Okay.
He contacted...
Where's your son?
My son is in the courtroom.
Okay. My understanding is he is uncomfortable about testifying?
Yes.
Okay. Is it the blue shirt fellow?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't matter to me who testifies or who doesn't. You need to know that I'm not going to permit you to hearsay. You're not going to be able to sit here and say, my son says this, my son says that, my son did this, because that's not fair. I mean, especially if he's sitting right there. But if the result matters to you enough to go to court over $40, you might want to reconsider whether a witness to the case should sit next to you rather than testify. Honestly, what are you afraid I'm going to do to you? What have you seen? Like, it's like, I don't know, it makes me kind of feel bad about myself, to be honest with you. Like, what's he so afraid of? But turn around and talk to your son 1 second, just answer me, and we'll just roll after that. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm not even looking.
It's okay. I was with my son during the whole process, so...
Okay, so you just want to... All right. Go ahead.
Okay, so on May 1st, my son contacted a person on Craigslist for Nintendo...
How do you know that?
How do I know? Yeah. I have the Nintendo 64 printed out.
And he told you that he contacted him?
Yes, he did.
Were you there when the Nintendo didn't work?
Yes.
What did you see?
Nothing came up on the TV, and we tried several different TVs to see that maybe it was the TV connection, maybe it was a newer TV since it's an older system.
How old's your son?
17.
Is he in 11th grade or 12th grade?
He's in 12th grade.
Is he going to go on to college?
Yes.
Why are you coddling him this way? You know, in the old days, like if I spent $40, I bought something that didn't work, my mother would hit me in the back of the head and say, good, I hope you learned something. You go to court to sue for $40 and then he's too afraid to testify, and so you let, oh, no. I know we love our children. I am as guilty of this sometimes as you are, but it takes one to know one. Honest to God, let them fight their own battles. Why are you selling a Nintendo that doesn't work? What's going on?
I was selling Nintendo 64 to make money for car insurance. I tested it beforehand. I talked to them, asked them if they had any questions. Originally, they stated no.
Who's
then
they?
I received a text message from her son, Michael.
Okay.
And then they asked me after that, does it work? I said yes. I understand that it's uncomfortable. It's unfortunate to receive items that don't work, that are used, because I've been a collector since I was a young child with video games.
Yes, I understand. What was it you said? You've been collecting since you were 12. Like, that's just a guy who keeps his toys. That's what we used to call that in the old days. A guy who can't let go of his toys. But now we call it, I'm a collector, and this is from my personal collection. Okay. But apparently the thing didn't work. So why don't you just give the person back their $40?
The first time they had contacted me, they threatened to report me to the police station, the CIA, the FBI, the IC3.
Boy, you talk about making a federal case. Did you really threaten to report him to the FBI in order to get your $40 and get your son's $40 back?
So if somebody owed you $40, would you sue them on principle if they just, it just blew you off?
Definitely not. And if you're paying $40 for an N64, you're in pretty bad shape anyway, so no.
What do you think, sir?
I don't think so either. It's not worth it. $40. I mean.
Yeah, but what about principle?
I still don't think you should sue. I mean, I'm pretty sure it costs more to just get a lawyer, so.
Well, you don't need a lawyer in small claims court. How about that?
I still don't think. I think it's like a waste of time.
You owe anybody money?
She owes me like $300.
Okay, well now you're getting into big money. No, I won't recommend suing now. Going inside the courtroom.
I contacted him through Craigslist, and I explained that although we called you and told you that it wasn't working, you failed to call us back or even answer the phone. So on Craigslist, they have a link to report, file a complaint, if you will. It's called the IC3, which is also connected to the FBI.
Did you use the words FBI, yes or no?
I said we have filed a federal complaint with the IC3 and the FBI.
Okay, but did you actually file a complaint with the FBI over $40 Nintendos?
It was an Internet Consumer Complaint Center.
Okay, you do know what FBI means, though, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, do you think I'm going to forget what I'm asking? Okay, did you file a complaint with the FBI?
I believe they're affiliated together.
So you didn't call the FBI and say someone ripped my son off of his Nintendo. I demand action, right? That didn't happen. I just want to know. Do you know how to hook up a Nintendo?
I could probably figure it out.
But are you the one who hooked it up, or is he?
I was next to my son when he hooked it up.
Yeah, but you don't know whether he's doing it right or not, right?
The cords can go into certain outlets or inputs, and...
Yeah. Where do you think this is going?
I don't know.
Not good. Ask your son if he wants to testify, because I have to go into these things. They're relevant. It's a problem for you. I need to know what kind of experience he has setting it up. I need to know if he's done it a million times, if he knew what he was doing. Maybe he doesn't know how to set it up. If you choose for him to sit there and smile at me, it's fine. But you cannot win this case on your testimony. Decide what you want to do, or let me just go.
Can I show you the text messages back and forth saying that?
The text message, I've read the text messages. The text messages say, it doesn't work, you're not answering me, I want my money back. That doesn't prove the things I'm asking. I need to know that, in fact, there was some analysis here that makes sense. Like he knows how to hook it up. He's hooked up 5 of them before. He understands how they work. So, and he did it right, and he put it together, and but you want me to assume things that you cannot testify about. You want to come up? Nope. You call. You know what? Are you going to college next year? Okay, let me just explain something to you. I fear for you if I scare you, because college and life is very scary. Would you prefer to not come up? Yes or no, do you want to come up?
I don't want, I get stage fright. I don't want.
Perfect, no problem. But, you know, life is going to get tougher later. Verdict for the defendant.
Well, welcome over here to the hallway. Here, just step in right next to me. And Mom, obviously, you realize that you were unable to prosecute the case against the defendant without help from your son on this one.
Well, that's okay. We really wanted to bring awareness to online scams, and that although some people do seem upfront, that they really are not.
Well, I don't know if you proved that or not, because the judge didn't rule in your favor on that. That's just kind of something you're saying here. So we can't really take that for granted. Who knows if it was a scam or not, you know? And thank you for coming out, at least into the hallway, and you know, making an appearance out here. If there's any last word you want to get in before anything at all?
I just wanted to get this over with.
Okay, fair enough. All right, good luck to you all. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
You just head right down that way. All right, so come on in here and step up a little bit. What can you possibly add?
I believe they didn't have any evidence of any scam. I didn't scam them. I wasn't going out of my way to harm them or take their money.
Okay, Harvey?
You know, we talk about this a lot. Small claims court judges often will allow hearsay because they're not lawyers who are trying these cases and whatnot. The problem is this, that if the essence of the case is all hearsay, if the essence is hearsay, not just a peripheral point, it's just not going to do it for you, even in small claims court.